Hey everyone, how you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful week and that your Friday is wrapping up beautifully. I have a few exciting things to share and I'm going to just yammer on about that for a second. So if you're watching the replay, I'm doing this partly to give people a minute to find me live here on Facebook. So, the first thing I want to let you know is that my podcast will be going live next week. So, if you're someone who just likes to listen in and you don't want to watch a video, I have transformed all of my old videos into podcasts and we'll be releasing those about one or two a week over the coming year. And I will also try to keep up to date so that my new content is coming out as well. And I'm really excited about that because I know how much it really helps me. Like, I also have had coaches and currently have a coach, and she has a podcast, and I love listening to her podcast. It's kind of helps me bridge the gap between sessions. So there's that I'm really excited about. And the second thing I'm really excited about is on March 13th, I'm offering a completely free 5-day dating reset. I'm really excited about this. This is a deeper dive into the 5 keys of lasting love. And actually, the 5 keys for lasting love, or 5 keys for finding lasting love without losing yourself in the process, is the full name of that. But that 5 keys talk is also going to be revised. And I'm working on that revision right now for the 5-day dating reset. So it's going to be awesome. And I hope that if you are single and looking, you will consider joining me for that free 5-day. The replay links will be sent out after each session. So if you can't make the time, it's going to be 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Monday through Friday, beginning on March 13th. If you can't make that time, you will be able to watch the replays. So those are my two announcements. And now I want to hop into the conversation. There are a couple of mindset myths that I really want to let you know about today. It's super important to know about these mindset myths because the more you know about them, the better able you will be to move past them. And these mindset myths are so powerful that they keep people from even trying to date. And they're so sneaky that a lot of people don't even realize that they have that belief. And it takes a little time to uncover it. So the first one I'm going to share with you. So you might be someone who says, "Oh, no, these things don't apply to me." And I want you to know that when I work with clients, they often don't think that these apply to them for a while. And then they realize, "Oh, actually, yeah, I do have a part that believes that." The first mindset myth I'm just going to call the myth of scarcity. And I used to get this all the time. And this is, for one thing, it's and I hate to say this because this might be a self-own, but that belief that in scarcity, to some degree, oh, hey, I see a couple people here. I don't know if I'll be able to see if you post to me, but I would love if you would be willing to say hi in the comments. And if I see who you are, I will be happy to talk to you. At any rate, the the first myth is one of scarcity. You think this is the last chance I'm going to have, or you think there's really no one out there for me. I'm too old, which, I thought when I was 36, and I thought again when I was 42, and I thought again when I was 48, and I thought it again when I was 53 and met Matt. So you can think that all the time. And clearly I was wrong when I was 36, right? I was not too old. I got older and I still found someone. So we have a lot of these mindset myths, and this can look a couple of other ways. So one is I'm too fill in the blank. And that can stop you in your tracks from even looking. So there might be a part of you that's single, you'd like to date, but you don't think it's even worthwhile because there's not really going to be anyone out there. And the minute that myth is confirmed, the minute someone reaches out to you that you're not interested in, you're going to give up your search because I don't care. See, I told you there's no one out there. This person's not for me. I give up. And the second way this can come up is when you do find someone, sticking with someone too long. So staying connected in a relationship with someone past the due date. So it's kind of not working. You're not really a fit. You're not able to resolve a conflict, or there's something that you're really unsatisfied with, but you stick with that person because you think this is the last one. I don't know how I'm ever going to find someone else. This is the last one for me. And I thought that with every woman I fell in love with or had a crush on when I was single. I thought that when I divorced my ex. When I divorced my first spouse, I thought, "I'll never find anyone else." This was the once in a lifetime thing, and, trust me, it wasn't, or if it was, thank God, because I don't want that again. But, I thought that every time I would think, like, I'm dating someone, it's not really right. I wanna end it with her, but, there's not gonna be another one. This is the last one. There's not gonna be anyone else. That thought is also scarcity, and that will lead you to stay in a relationship that's bad for you. And the truth of the matter is there's like 7.4 billion people on the planet. There are other people out there. You're going to find a partner. The problem isn't that there's no one out there. There are 7.4 billion other people out there. The problem is finding the one in a million person, given how vast the planet is. So there's no scarcity. You can go out there and look in the dating world. You can learn enough about yourself and about how to navigate your mindset, about what you're looking for, how to look for it more effectively, and you can maximize your chances of finding it. So there is someone out there for you. And if you're in a relationship with somebody who's sort of sapping the joy from your life and they're not interested in a process of improving the situation, if you need to leave for your own well-being, you need to leave for your own well-being. There will be someone out there for you. It's not the end of the world. So that's the number one mindset myth, is that there's no one out there, that scarcity thing. Um, and the number two mindset myth, and this one came up yesterday in my interview with Danae. And if you didn't catch that, please join the Mindful Dating Women's Group and catch that interview. It's amazing. Danae did such a great job, and she really got real with us about what went on for her in the dating world, what went on in her head, and all of the struggles she had dating. So if you're interested in hearing that, you're going to want to tune in, because the other thing she got real with us about is how much the Mindful Dating Intensive turned things around for her. She just finished, I think, 2 weeks ago, and she has met someone already. So check that out. That is amazing. So the second myth that people have is that they're not lovable, that they don't deserve love just the way they are. It might sound like, I have to earn love, I have to prove myself. You might not even really acknowledge to yourself that deep inside you're just not sure you're lovable. But that's another mindset myth people have, that it would take someone extra special to love you. And so if you find someone who loves you, you better stick with that person, because you're just not that lovable. And that comes up, I wouldn't say it comes up for everybody, but it comes up for an awful lot of people, that deep inside, they're really afraid they're not lovable. They have a part. It's not the whole of them, but it's a part. It's a young part usually that just isn't sure. And the reason it's common is, everybody has parts and everybody has young parts. And, you know, sometimes 2 and 3-year-olds can be really trying. And when we were 2 or 3, I'm sure we were all really trying. And I'm sure our parents got angry at us. And the thing is, for a 3-year-old, you can't love someone and be pissed off at them at the same time. Your 3-year-olds are like capable of one emotion at a time. They have like one channel. So in the mind of a 3-year-old, if your parent is upset with you, that means they don't love you anymore. And it's very easy for a 3-year-old or young person to develop a part that believes that they're not lovable, or that they're only lovable in certain situations. So buried deep inside, people have this belief that they're not lovable. And that is something that will come up probably, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks into the Mindful Dating Intensive. And we're able to work with those parts. Believe it or not, it sounds like deep stuff. It sounds old. It sounds buried, but it kind of resolves fairly quickly with all of the processes and tools that people get inside the Mindful Dating Intensive. And if you're struggling with this, or if this sounds familiar or resonates a little, I want you to know that you are lovable. 100% you're lovable. And if you have a part that just can't take that in, you too can benefit from the tools that I can teach you inside the Mindful Dating Intensive. So don't give up if you have a part like that. That part is only one small part. So to summarize, there are 2 major dating myths that I have, like major mindset myths that I have encountered with my clients, or people who approach me interested in mindful dating and who end up not coming through, or people who just reach out for me in messages because they're resonating with my videos. They want to have a conversation with me. And I love that, by the way. I love getting into conversations with people on on my messages. So please, if this resonates, please just shoot me a message. When I get the messages or when I have these conversations, I like to let people know that's just a myth of your mindset. And there are numerous ways to help yourself remember to shift your mindset. And one of the top ways that I teach people is, first and foremost, really just keep in mind there are 7.4 billion people on the planet. There is no scarcity. There is no scarcity. There is no scarcity. Of course, your person is one in a million, which means it's going to take some time and some strategizing so that you actually can date effectively and screen effectively and find that person. There's no scarcity of people. A 1 in a million event on this planet has currently about 7,000 chances of it. Like, there are 7,000 of them here right now, if there's 1 in a million. So plenty of opportunity out there. Just need to figure out a good strategy. So mindset myth number 1 of scarcity, we work through that through having really good strategies. Mindset myth number 2 of believing you're unlovable. I mean, first and foremost, I think one of the things, one of the things that Danae said is, she really felt the love in the group. She felt the support of other women in the group, and that is really helpful. But learning to love yourself, learning to generate self-energy and love all of your parts, even your difficult, challenging ones, is super important at undoing that mindset myth that you're not lovable. And the third, for both of these, I recommend a variety of reminder strategies to counteract that. One is to make a great mantra or reminder for yourself, to set it in your phone, post it on your fridge, make it your wallpaper, do anything you can to remind yourself, love is available for me. Love is abundant in the universe. Abundant love that created me is what I am. If any of that works for you, use one of those mantras or reminders so that you can remind yourself there's abundance out there. There's love out there. You are completely lovable. Write yourself little love notes and leave them around the house for you to find. Mail yourself a love note. Who wouldn't like to get some mail like that? Maybe even consider a vision board and put on it a collage that helps you remember how lovable you are. A collage that celebrates your greatest achievements, a collage that celebrates friends and loved ones in your life, so that you remember the love that you have in your life. Because when you're dating or when you're struggling in a relationship, it really can wear on you. So you need to do some extra things to sort of beef yourself up through that process. So that covers those mindset myths. It covers how you can counteract them. And I think that is what I have for you today. I unfortunately did not write myself any notes for this today. I'm just sort of shooting from the hip. I hope this works out well for you. If you have any comments, questions, pop them in the comments box below, or feel free to write me a message. I do love hearing from you. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Take care. Bye.